Are you working on your first resume, or could your old resume use an upgrade? Hi, I'm Ala, and in this video we're going to help you craft the right resume to use in your job search. In today's highly competitive job market, creating the right resume can make you stand out from the crowd. A crisp, focused resume demonstrates an ability to synthesize, prioritize, and convey the most important information about you. So let's get started. First, we need to explore the difference between a CV and a resume. Both are essential tools to have in your job search arsenal, but each has a separate format and purpose. A CV is used in academic and research-oriented job searches, and the length is flexible. A CV is a record of your academic accomplishments and credentials. On the other hand, resume is used in business, non-profit, government, and other types of job searches. It should be maximum 1 to 2 pages. A resume should also be targeted to a particular job in a specific field. Developing a resume is the first step in a successful job search. But if you're working on your first resume or haven't updated your resume in a while, it can be hard to know where to start. What experiences and accomplishments should you include for the jobs you've got your eye on? What new resume rules and trends should you follow? The first step in preparing your resume is to identify your desired field. Where do you want to work and what jobs you should be applying for? Next, you have to search for opportunities, either through your network of contacts, friends and family, or through job portals or recruitment agencies. Step 2. When preparing your resume, it requires that you thoroughly review the job description for each position you intend to apply for. This will help you identify relevant keywords and industry language that can be used to create a resume tailored to that specific employer. It's important to never submit a generic resume or cover letter to every single employer. Let's start with layout and format. Unless you're applying for a creative position, such as designer or artist, your focus should be on making your resume as clean and legible as possible. Be sure to use a standard font, at least 10 points in size, with clear margins and consistent spacing between lines. Your name and contact details should appear on all pages. Additionally, saving and sharing your resume in PDF format is highly recommended, as the formatting and design of your document vary greatly between different softwares and platforms. In terms of layout, start with your name, address, email, phone number, professional experience, and education to make it easier for a potential employer to contact you. Some additional sections you may want to include in your resume are professional memberships and leadership roles, community activities, technical and computer skills, languages and other proficiencies, publications, and presentations. So now that we've covered layout, format, and several key sections, let's talk about resume do's and don'ts. First, the do's. Do think of your resume as an ad, not an autobiography. Begin each bullet point with a verb. Include paid and unpaid experience. Show the reader why you are the best match for the position. Make several versions, with each one targeting a particular field. You can also use this to test which version of your resumes get the most positive responses. Look at other resumes for comparison. Proofread many times and gather feedback from colleagues, friends, and family. Remember that most employers will only look at your resumes for 15 to 30 seconds. Now the don'ts. Do not make your reader dig for information. Don't try to tell the reader everything you've ever done. Don't use complete sentences, and don't include personal information. Don't use small, illegible font styles or sizes. Don't include typos. Read your resume from bottom to top or have someone proofread it for you. Never include confidential or privileged information. Don't lie. Putting lies on your resume is never ever worth it. Writing your resume can also differ depending on different cultures. Take a look at how they differ.
In the US, a resume should be kept short, simple, and one page. It should include your hobbies only when they are related to the job. It should also have a list of employment history before education history. But if you are a new graduate, put education first. A resume should also be printed in American letter size paper, which is 8.5 by 11 inches.
In Europe, you should focus on the general 3 points. First, focus on the essential points, a maximum of 2 pages. You should also include personal information such as your age, your marital status, and your personal interest. And include your picture.
On the other hand, photos are not recommended to be included in South Africa. You can always add any major experience you had during school, like being the head of a sport team. Anything that shows a leadership role or an achievement can always be a plus in the resume.
And in the Middle East, there are a few criteria you need to add, like a passport picture, gender, age, and also nationality.
So in summary, we've explored the difference between a resume and a CV, as well as some quick preparation tips. We've also discussed key resume layout and formatting options, as well as some very useful do's and don'ts. Now you should be all set to start your job search. Good luck and happy job hunting! For more information on how to build your resume, go through the resources below on empowerwomen.org.